never had a robbery before. I'll talk to Doris now. We don't want to see that boy's face again, Moshopo.
I think the judge is right. We should have solved this problem long time ago, as a family.
The two families have agreed that the funeral will take place in Venda.
No, sir, we didn't.
Ewan, get into the house, Mel Obita.
Do you think I like what is being said about us at school and in the streets? I'm getting tired of all this mess.
Do you think it's easy on me? I'm going through the same thing. Because he's from the royal family. That's why it's so important.
You sound like you're agreeing with the other side.
Agnes, there is no other side. We are all the Mukwebos. Kena kamuntu.
Bye-bye, Nzimba.
Hey, Dorisi Mkhwati. How sa tla ka kwa mhle motho. Jo, hai Hello. Hi sa lo di celebrity je. Ha sa bona ke.
Hle ntwe ska tshaba hampe. Ha ke re wa tseba hore khetsi o mong wa nhloka. Jale ha ke thole chance hantle.
Ya utlwisisa empa ausi. O tseba Khorombi.
Khorombi wa ngaka.
Khorombi wa ngaka ausi. Maobanyana mona ke neng pele ya khoto.
Ka la bobedi
bosiu ka hotel. Utlwe mokuma ha ke hlodisa ka fumana ile hore ho na le koloi ka pela ha Khorombi. Ha o thewa batho mono ha ra bona ho mona le brother wa Mashudu. Ona wa dibreli wa lebitsonyana le snacks tjena ke mang? O tshwa Gizara ha se yena fela. Mosadi o na le teng mono ke mosaduane wa Mashudu wa Venda. Ke shebile hantle ka re taba e teng mono ka ba sheba ba kena ka ha Khorombi ka ra ke suthi mona mokemeng.
Ehletse di batla o njwetsa njwa
a o siko o jwetsa nnete ke ba bone kana ka mabedi. Ba ile ha ba tswa mono ba tswa ba se ba tsamaya le Khorombi. Ke bane ba tswa ba ya ba shebile ha Kefi ka re taba e teng ka sheko lena ka ke le o bone mohlolo lefatshe lena le senyeile ausi. They must never o emela ka maoto taba eno.
Wa tseba keng ntho ena tla tshwanela ho phakisetswa. Ke tla o bona
ho lokile.
Hello, Eddie, my boy.
Meneer.
How are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Okay, Eddie.
Fine, thanks. Meneer, I'm confused. I really need your help.
I told you, my boy. All you have to do is just ask.
What my uncles are saying makes sense. On the other hand, there's my mother's family with their own story.
Yeah, this is a difficult one, son. A lot has happened with these families in the past, and the media has not made it any easier.
But there has to be a solution, Meneer.
Eddie, you're not a boy anymore. Listen to your heart.
But my heart is confused.
I have a wonderful suggestion. Why don't we go and see Bogizare? He is your uncle, and he is more family to you than Doris is. What do you think of that suggestion?
Yeah, Meneer, I think that's a good suggestion. I'd really appreciate it.
Ntakuseni hango lenga unewana. Orobari kuamba ngaini ngama siari. Arudoli ngezori machelo nimeni pa. Sino kiazo nosika.
Ai, matsina baba chikontoda.
Orobari kulitoda. Vadzimu va mukwebo vana mata. Asusuni zwipano.
Kosimulu, this whole thing is going to affect Amanda. It does affect Nakarads. Please, we've got to find a solution.
Mwananga. Kotsi ano vachini beba. Boni ne adzina la chifiwa. Ngeva zudiva zauri. Limo duva. Ni dova mpo. Ya shaka. Lawa mkoe.
Mara, mane Doris barbone babas nandaba narine?
Chika. Ni azudiva zauri kotsi ano robar chitwanawo. Mwezi muna mwero bar chitangana. Rikitamba society ya lushaka. Anizu divizo ini.
Yes, Dave.
Zino.
And you know what, son? Now that your father is dead, he'll be a very unhappy ancestor. And that will catch up with you later in life.
You're right, Mr. Maseko. Eddie?
No.
Go and talk to your mother. Tell her how you feel. And tell her to tell her family members, especially that Doris, to stay away from the affairs of the Makwebos.
And you know what, Eddie? If your mother wins, no one will ever respect you as a Mkwebo.
Zimwe zitu hapo mwananga. Ni azidiba zori kotiamu, boba bachishuma kaimu ya granda za kare ya bechifi world.
Yes, Dave, for over 20 years. Zuno ifi Sowetan.
Mane wano. Doris. Uko uvo wambezana na batu ba Sowetan. Uriba munne chere de zote za meano.
Here?
Mommy's been looking for you, Smarty.
Agnes, leave me alone. I have a lot on my mind, please.
Edward, she's worried sick. Edward!
Ma! Sure, Mama. I'm sorry I'm late.
Hey, Wena, I was worried sick about you.
Tell me, hobane ngani Doris aile Sowetan batla cheltan tatia pension?
Hi, Wena. Where do you get that crazy idea from? Hey? Who's been feeding you these lies?
Maybe that's why I batla abu Johnny Rana shop and not Papa's family.
Hey, now I know you've really gone crazy.
Edward, kuna le motho o kenyang poison ka kelelong. Taba e buang o eng ka kae?
I'm from Bogizara's house.
What? How can you do that to me? You're my son.
I know that, but we have to solve this problem.
Mamela mongwanaka, o mmamedisitse wa utlwa? Monna ka kilo mo pata Avalon. Wa nkutlwisisa? Finish and clear.
But the biggest problem is Ngani Doris. All she wants is your money. And you can't even see that.
Kathy, ke kopa o bue le wena o le mong right now.
Hey, wena Edward! Edward! Come back here! Edward! Edward! Hey, wena man! Come back here!
Mama, I can't go tell when. I just love about to go alone only one. Jolly not getting.
Hey, man, I'm sick and tired of this whole thing, man. Something to try and more. We must pull together as a family.
As a family, Mama, only family is paid. The Mukwevos and the Mukwenas. Na, Kwamukweva na. The Mukoro on.
Hey, then go and live in friends and stop upsetting your mother.
My mother should know who her real friends are.
Hey, Edward, Doris, no more. No more. Otherwise, come with the man.
I'm sorry.
Le nna ke maswabi mme.
Ho lokile. Ke batla ho bua le Doris jwale. Ho na le batho ba headline show ba founileng.
Did they leave a message?
Ba buile le Agnes.
Ke a leboha mme.
Hey, when? Are you trying to get this family in the news again?
Mama, what is it about the reporters? If you don't speak to them, they'll write whatever they like.
Well, at least batho ba headline show bona they search for the truth. Hurry on.
Kathy, I can't take this anymore. Everybody is blaming me. Le Edward wa Edward, one twanza.
Helang. What's about Edward? O kopani le bo Kizara ba mo influence.
Edward o na tshaketse Kizara. Na o hlokomela hore batho ba batla ho bulaela tšhelete mo nao.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Maobane harampa bosiu. Kizara ona tle le khorombiwa ngata. Mona ha hao mona.
How? Doris ngwaneso. Jwale di fairy tales tse mplelang tsona o dinka kae?
Ke se di fairy tale. Tshedi o ba bone kana ha e mahlo. Go thobane ba tlansa hona mona hao ka jareteng.
Ho bolela hore hanka ya venda le bana ba ka. Ha re safe next mole.
A ke re khale ke le jetse. Le nana hore ke mo firi.
Ah, my brother, the national celebrity. Mama Judith.
Are you jealous?
No. How can I be? Lynn never batla kitla studio.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Good evening and welcome to Headline. I am Nomsa Muvhango. Our topic for tonight is a very sensitive one: African tradition versus Western law. A case in the Supreme Court has pitted two women against each other over the right to bury their husband. The poor man is in a mortuary while his fate is being decided in a court of law. Is this morally correct? In the studio tonight, we have with us his two children, Agnes and Edward Mukwebu. We also have Mandla Zulu from Radio Zulu, Temba Ndlovu from Ubuntu Cultural Organization, Matodzi from Radio Venda, and Ms. Figile Ramaphosa representing Women Against Cultural Oppression. Welcome.
Thank you.
Whose responsibility is it to bury a man when he dies, especially if he has two wives? I wish I had two husbands. Mr. Zulu, is there an African law?
As far as the Zulu tradition is concerned, when the head of the family dies, it is the responsibility of his family to bury him. His wives are consulted and they form part of the process. But generally, it is the male members of the man's family that are responsible for his funeral.
Figile, I see you shaking your head. Is there something you want to dispute?
Women should bury their husbands.
Relatives should take their cue from us.
Because sometimes you don't even get on well with them. Suddenly your husband dies and they come running.
Let's hear from the men. Temba, what do the men say?
Thank you. Nomsa, this is Africa. And we are Africans. Let's stop adopting the white man's ways and bear each other as Africans.
What is the African way?
That's a good question. When someone dies, men stand up and roll up their sleeves, dig the grave, and slaughter the cow. The women, whether they are wives or girlfriends, should hear from us.
Edward, as the son of the deceased, what are your feelings on this?
Well, when you talk to my father's people, their arguments give them the upper hand.
Yes, but vakuyimanarine. Hey,
but at the end of the day, the major determining factor in our society, that is the African society, is that the man's family is responsible for the funeral.
Kathy, what's in Chile? They've poisoned his mind in one.
Agnes, do you agree with your brother?
I don't know my vendor relatives. For me, they've just appeared from nowhere and are causing my mother a lot of trauma. Frankly speaking, I think they should leave us alone to bury our father. The sky will not fall from heaven if we do.
Yeah, that's right. You are truly your mother's daughter, girl.
Shouldn't we then just abolish polygamy?
No, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. It's been there for centuries, and our fathers were very happy with their wives.
So what is the problem?
One of the major problems these days is that our culture and customs are forever being attacked by outsiders and other ill-advised Africans like you. But yet, they never question some of the practices of white people. That's the problem.
Tidurlingani vakolavela zvimangadza ubva kwa musadzi womukhadha.
Akutozviyambisani voni vomukumera.
Vomakadzi. Avakomana zvorokobvera mini pano.
Kupandoruma zvindini. Urayo viga ruvirwa uyu mashudu ngemusanda.
Kavahangwe ngahezvo. Hezvo tobonanisa mapungo. Avakomana zvorokobvera mini afana mudhini bwane.
Zvifio zvino.
Kadzi yavo ori obuyai. Avhurura vuhosi. Aroka titomuhuvela makuani kamusadzi wa mukhadha. Muhumbulo mubi wanoyo.
Hone zvova zvofanira zvazoteya uri atomayo onesa mufumakadzi waula wa mukhadha ngemakwani uri akona upoporowa buye pano hayana dajivosi yawe
kavatechilisa pamakadzi hangori obuya kadzi yavo ala zviluwa zvamusanda aumela makuani asi zvone zvezvorodzula chikarani rivosokofofi mwava oro
vakotozombudzo rimini bone hei
ndinyi obika zviluwa zoliwa wakadzi yavo ndinyi hoyo asatodiwo kosifarira ichibva vuhosini vuhosi yahumela ndoni yawo ndinyi tidurlingani vakolavela zvimangadza ubva kwa musadzi womukhadha
akutozviyambisani voni vomukumera
vomakadzi avakomana zvorokobvera mini pano
kupandoruma zvindini urayo viga ruvirwa uyu mashudu ngemusanda
kavahangwe ngahezvo hezvo tobonanisa mapungo avakomana zvorokobvera mini afana mudhini bwane
zvifio zvino
kadzi yavo ori obuyai avhurura vuhosi aroka titomuhuvela makuani kamusadzi wa mukhadha muhumbulo mubi wanoyo
hone zvova zvofanira zvazoteya uri atomayo onesa mufumakadzi waula wa mukhadha ngemakwani uri akona upoporowa buye pano hayana dajivosi yawe
kavatechilisa pamakadzi hangori obuya kadzi yavo ala zviluwa zvamusanda aumela makuani asi zvone zvezvorodzula chikarani rivosokofofi mwava oro
vakotozombudzo rimini bone hei
ndinyi obika zviluwa zoliwa wakadzi yavo ndinyi hoyo asatodiwo kosifarira ichibva vuhosini vuhosi yahumela ndoni yawo ndinyi
dumela nne di file ka kaena
ha ke tsebe
o shona hore o tsebe ka bana ke bone ntse e sebedisa
ha sa tseba ke tsebe mama batla ke reng
hey ngwananyana o nkaraba jonna do you have a problem?
Of course I have a problem, mama. You're running around solving other people's problems. You can't even solve your own problem, Momuntu.
Kathy is my sister. She's not other people. Besides, she needs me.
But mama, your kids need you too. Tlohela mama lo Katie apate monna wa hae.
Jonna, ha ke dumele. Le nna dumela le batho ba bang ke itshunyetswe tabeng tsa Kathy.
But mama, we care about you. We don't like it when people say terrible things about you.
You must never.
Mama, that's not the nice thing to say about your daughters.
You're also not nice.
Hello.
Oh, why not you? You say you nonsense about. They must never. They must never. What about Kinjun?
What happened?
Here now. My sister is going through so many problems, and everybody's starting to blame me. They must never.
Where are we going to today? Edward needs me at the shop.
Edward will manage. Rosanto is at the office in waiting.
Good heavens. Why can't you leave the poor widow alone? Isn't it bad enough that she has to go to court every now and then?
There are things that need her. Didn't you sing her, Jody?
Didn't do the thing.
Mavendana say no claim a child pension.
This is complicated. Don't you guys think that the first wife is entitled to something?
I'll make sure that my sister doesn't give them a cent. 1 cent.
What about the children?
What about them? The Rawanis will see to finish with them. I've had it up to here, Madam.
You haven't won the case yet. The judge might still decide otherwise.
So what? But
something definitely wrong. Mama fit to heal. I'm also worried about her. Always she wants to be in control. Forget about that one. What about for Saitaliana girl? Hello? Oh, hi, Joe. How are you? I'm fine. Oh, sure, you can come over. Mama? How are you? I thought she was coming back tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, you know that same old story. Yeah. See you when you come. Bye.
Luana, do me. Stop bringing your boyfriends when Mama's not home.
Look who's talking. I can take care of myself now. Anyway, I know what's the meaning of family planning.
That's not the point. Just because Mama hired doesn't mean we have to be wild.
Hey. Kimolo wena. Don't tell me what to do and what not to do. Besides, you're no angel.
Do me. Always like it was a mistake. And it doesn't mean I don't have to tell you to respect Mama's house.
No matter. Come on now.
Can't you just leave us alone?
No ways. We don't leave celebrities alone.
Your husband had not touched any of his endowment funds. The total amount stands at 150,000 rand. The company policy states clearly that this whole amount has to be handed over to the widow.
That's right. My sister was legally married.
But I have a problem there. I don't even know where to start.
What does that mean? You must never. A legal wife is a legal wife.
Ma'am, we had resolved this matter in a meeting at Catherine's house. And I just want to find out from her if that settlement still stands.
There is no point in asking that question. You know exactly what the answer is.
Then what's the answer?
The answer is no. We're not playing ball.
Listen, good people. It cannot help us if we take our fights into the streets. I happen to know Mr. Muvhango very well from the old golden days of the World newspaper.
Yes, my husband enjoyed working here. But there's something I don't understand. Why couldn't this matter wait until after the funeral? Like we had discussed Liboa Booty during our last meeting.
That was my understanding too. But we were invited to this meeting.
A lady who said she was a wife called, wanting to know about the money. So I arranged this meeting.
You got a phone call from a wife? Which wife?